You're watching Wilkes-Barre's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. Wyln, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on Wyln News. I'm Gary Perna. A school band director from Schuylkill County is now behind bars. According to court documents, 71-year-old Dale Schimpf, who was the band director at Nativity BVM High School, was jailed Monday after being charged by Tamaqua police for engaging in sexual acts with a 13-year-old boy last week. Schimpf of Frackville was arrested on felony charges of statutory sexual assault and deviant sexual intercourse involving a child and sexual intercourse of a person less than 16 years old, among other charges. Court papers say that he contacted the boy through an online dating app. Schimpf then picked the victim up and took him to dinner and then to his home in Frackville, where they engaged in sex acts. When he was interviewed by police, the 71-year-old said that he thought the boy was a 30-year-old man. Schimpf was arraigned and committed to the Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post $100,000 straight cash bail. A man from Beaver Meadows is in trouble with the law after police say they found a number of stolen items in his possession from 2 different open cases. 24-year-old Chad Satich of Beaver Meadows is facing charges of receiving stolen property on 1 case and 6 counts of misdemeanor receiving stolen property in another. Both of those cases are related to residential theft at a home on Latimer Road in Hazel Township. That happened on February 14th. Satich was involved in a traffic stop where troopers said they found tools in his truck that were stolen from a contracting business on Hollywood Boulevard in Hazel Township. Troopers said they also found items taken from a home in Latimer in his vehicles. Troopers went on to say that he was a suspect in that case after the owner, who Satich was acquainted with, passed away. More items were later found inside a garage on a rear Broad Street in Beaver Meadows. Satich had access to the garage, but when one of his relatives found the items stashed there, they called police, according to court papers. Wilkes-Barre police apprehended 2 men that were wanted in connection to an armed robberies that happened in the city last week. 31-year-old Rayvon Davis and 22-year-old Siobhan Trail Monroe were taken into custody after police raided an apartment at the Sherman Hills apartment complex on Friday. They found Davis hiding in a closet wearing a jacket that matched the description of a man who robbed United check cashing and 2 other victims in separate incidents last Thursday. He was also hiding a bag of marijuana in his underwear. Monroe also had an arrest warrant for robbery. He allegedly joined Davis and robbed 2 men walking in the 300 block of Grant Street Thursday afternoon. Davis was charged with robbery, simple assault, harassment, drug possession, and other charges. Monroe faces charges of robbery. Both were taken to the Luzerne County Prison in lack of bail. A convicted killer, Antoine McNeil, was sentenced to serve up to 63 years in state prison on Monday. A jury convicted the 34-year-old of third-degree murder and criminal use of a communication device, tampering with evidence, and robbery following his trial. Judge Tina Partledge at Gartley imposed a sentence of 31.5 to 63 years in state prison. McNeil did receive credit for 678 days served. He was ordered also to pay $18,000 in restitution. Prosecutors allege that McNeil set up a drug deal to buy $500 worth of marijuana from 20-year-old Brandon Smith early in the morning of January 18, 2017. After arriving at Smith's With Church Street home in Nanticoke, McNeil shot him twice in the chest and robbed him of pills that Smith had in his pockets, according to prosecutors. A suspect was taken into custody for his involvement in one of many shootings in the recent weeks in the city of Wilkes-Barre. 21-year-old Jahor Michael Morgan of Pittston allegedly fired shots at a home on Lockhart Street in the late night hours of February 18th. He allegedly returned to the home and fired the rounds because of an argument that took place earlier. No injuries were reported in that shooting incident. Morgan was arraigned on 1 count of aggravated assault discharging a firearm into an occupied structure, and conspiracy to commit aggravated assault. He was taken to the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $100,000 bail. Now, city police are still looking for Anjuan Crowder, who police believe is the shooter at the Lockhart Street incident on February 18th. Anyone with information on Crowder's whereabouts is being asked to dial 911. Two men that are accused of robbing a bank in Plains Township back in 2018 have agreed to plead guilty according to court documents. 30-year-old Gerard Pambianco of Plains Township and 27-year-old Derek Lee Spanade of Hanover Township have both agreed to plead to counts of armed bank robbery and using a firearm during the commission of a violent crime. Both are facing a mandatory minimum sentence of 7 years in prison for the weapons charges and could face up to life in prison. Prosecutor alleged that Spinard entered to the Luzerne National Bank on Route 315 in May of 2018 with a t-shirt covering his face and a rifle demanding cash. He got away with over $8,000. He led police on a high-speed chase. Both men are now awaiting trial on state burglary charges and connected to two burglaries that took place that same day as the bank robbery. Coming up on Wyln News, more money is coming to downtown Hazleton. We'll explain. Plus, could the rise of minimum wages in Pennsylvania be happening? We'll explain. But first, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. We'll see cloudy skies on Wednesday, a high of 29. Thursday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, a high of 34. And we could be seeing some rain and snow over the weekend. We'll keep you posted. Stay with us.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown Hometown Village Square.
The Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress has received a grant to help with a job incubator that is planned for downtown Hazleton. The Alliance received the grant of $158,000 from the state. Organizers will look into incorporating parts of the construction project that were cut in January due to financial constraints back into the project. The grant comes from the Keystone Opportunity Program. The project involves converting the former bingo hall at 13 West Broad Street into an incubator for small businesses. The incubator will house the Penn State Lunchbox program, providing a place for entrepreneurs where they can start a business with professional help. The incubator is created through a partnership between Penn State Hazleton, Can Do, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and the Downtown Alliance. The existence of one of the largest and most historic burial grounds in Schuylkill County is in jeopardy. The future of the 155-year-old Oddfellow Cemetery in Tamaqua in Schuylkill Township is at a crossroads due to dwindling resources and lack of manpower. The Harmony Lodge Independent Order of Oddfellows keeps the grounds but are having trouble doing so. The secretary of the lodge wrote an appeal to the Tamaqua Area Community Partnership for some help. The Oddfellows group appoints a volunteer board of trustees. Currently, there are 7 members to maintain the vast 38-acre parcel that was created back in January of 1864. The burial grounds, called the City of Death, is the site of more than 16,000 graves and that is more than twice the population of Tamaqua. Now, Wyln did reach out to the caretakers. We did talk to them today. We will have more on this story and ways that you can help. But in the meantime, if you're willing to help, you can call them at 570-668-2070. And again, we'll have more on the Oddfellow Cemeteries project coming up. An unspecified number of employees at Wilkes-Barre General Hospital have been placed on furlough. That's according to a hospital representative. The spokesperson said the hospital regularly adjusts staffing based on the number of patients in the hospital. The furloughed are across various departments, none of which direct caregivers. Furloughed employees will retain their positions. Those who are eligible will keep their benefits, and all of them will continue to acute leave. Thousands of people across the country struggle with eating disorders. Pennsylvania's Department of Health is promoting awareness and education on this serious health problem. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on this story.
The Wolf administration is encouraging all Pennsylvania residents to be aware of the various types of eating disorders. They are serious conditions that can be life-threatening and have negative impacts on a person's health. It affects people of all ages, races, and genders. The Pennsylvania Department of Health is advocating awareness and education.
Eating disorders are really a very serious medical condition, which unfortunately are very common in our population.
Eating disorders are caused by a combination of different things that can involve medical issues, genetic predispositions, psychological and cultural issues.
Many different people can develop an eating disorder. We tend to think of eating disorders in teenage girls, but actually males have eating disorders. We have some specific eating disorders that develop in children, and we see eating disorders in adults as well. So it can really affect everyone.
The disorders can cause serious health ramifications.
Patients can become very, very malnourished. Women can lose their menstrual periods, which puts them at risk for osteoporosis. And their anorexia nervosa and that type of restricting can affect their heart and other serious problems with their bodies.
There are 3 main types of eating disorders.
Anorexia nervosa is a condition where an individual will significantly restrict their eating. They become preoccupied with the issues of food and weight, and they restrict their eating and become very malnourished. Bulimia is a condition where people tend to overeat or binge eat, followed by some type of purging behavior. Binge eating disorder is involved with patients that overeat, that binge eat, but they don't have that compensatory behavior, but they also have serious medical complications.
The good news is that the disorders are treatable. The treatment usually involves working with medical professionals, therapists, and dietitians. The National Eating Disorder Association advocates for people struggling with disorders. Individuals and families are urged to call the helpline at 1-800-931-2237 or visit their website at nationaleatingdisorders.org. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
A top Republican lawmaker in Harrisburg is opening the door to raise the minimum wage in Pennsylvania. But Senate Majority Leader Jay Corman also insists that Democrats will have to lower their sight from the proposal that Governor Tom Wolf gave to bring Pennsylvania to the states to among the nation's highest minimum wages. Corman from Center County would not define what his views are on responsible increases, saying that he's trying not to stake out a number that they can't negotiate from. But he also suggested there is enough built-in Republican support in the Senate for a modest increase to bring a bill to the floor if Republicans and Democrats can agree on a figure. In January, Governor Tom Wolf issued a proposal to raise Pennsylvania's hourly minimum wage to $12 an hour, making it one of the highest in the nation, with annual 50-cent increases to bring it to $15 an hour by 2025. Corman said the plan is not reasonable or worth discussing. Pennsylvania has been at a $7.25 federal minimum wage since 2009. Coming up on Locustdale's News Choice, a donation was made Monday night to victims of the West Hazelton fire. Well, the details ahead. Plus, in Community and You, we are talking with Trooper Anthony Petrowski. Gives us details on the Sunny Day Camp. Stay with us.
Have you been waiting for huge savings on your next truck? The wait is over. Stop into All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during Ram Truck Month to get the truck you want at the discount you've been waiting for. Get a 2019 Ram 1500 for 0% for 72 months and 90 days until your first payment. Or lease the 2019 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express for $199 a month. The best deals on new trucks are going on right now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Fast, consistent internet speeds, TV your way, and reliable phone service, all from the one provider who also lives here. Service Electric Cablevision. Connect with us.
Welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on Wyln. I'm Gary Perna. I'm joined by Trooper Anthony Petrowski from Pennsylvania State Police Hazelton, and today we're talking about an event that is really cool and it's relatively new, but this is an event that includes everybody, and it's the 2019 Troop N Sunny Day Camp, which will happen in May of this year, correct?
Yes, Saturday, May 11th.
Saturday, May 11th, and this is a great event because it's kind of a spin-off of what Camp Cadet was.
Right.
So talk a little bit about why we do the Sunny Day Camp and who's all invited to it.
So Sunny Day Camp is the one-day Camp Cadet experience for individuals with special needs or disabilities. We take anybody ages 8 and up, and there's no cutoff age. This is our third year doing it. The first year we had a couple individuals in their 70s. It's a great program. Ours is held at the Pocono Racetrack in Monroe County. It's a lot of fun. So basically we have static displays. So we have our canine on display, our bomb squad, we have a fire department. Tons of different things, and the applicants can go around with their family and see and interact and do tons of stuff. Lunch is included. It's a lot of fun. We have a face painter there. We have a selfie station. It's a day full of smiles.
And this is a great event. And this will happen on Saturday, May 11th at the Pocono Racetrack from 10 a.m. until 3. Now, do we have to register to be part of this?
Yes, and they could either go on our Troop N Camp Cadet Facebook page or our Troop N Camp Cadet webpage, troopncampcadet.com. There's a tab for Sunny Day Camp. Click on that and just hit the register button. You'll type your information. I'll get an email saying that you're registered.
And this is great, and it limits about 350 people. The racetrack is big. It's a big area up there. Yes. A lot go on. And this is really cool because it gives those an opportunity who may not be able to do Camp Cadet to see what it's all about and learn and have a good time as well.
Absolutely. And you know what? Camp Cadet is very physically demanding. We run, we do physical fitness. Sunny Day Camp is for the individuals who wouldn't be able to meet those standards. You know, again, special needs and disabilities. They're part of our community, and this camp is for them, and this camp is a lot of fun. Everybody who goes there, including us, we can't stop smiling all day. It's so much fun. They get to put equipment on, they get to go in the cars, they get to whatever they want, except for driving the car. Whatever they want, they get. It's tons of fun.
And it sounds great. And so again, Sunny Day Camp, you can register up till April 6th, so you have some time to do that, so make sure you go on and do it. And again, it will take place on May 11th from 10 until 3. And there will be some lunch and snacks provided as well by you.
Yes, lunch is included. Again, there's so many different activities for the kids there. There may even be a Porsche Racing Club that takes the kids out on the track. All right, I don't want to give away a spoiler, but you know, we have teamed up with them, and it's a lot of fun. Again, they could check out our webpage, and anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
All right, so another great event put on by Pennsylvania State Police Troop Camp Cadet. This is a great event. We've covered it as well, and it is really does make your day to go out and see how fun and exciting and how happy these guys and gals are. Thanks for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
I've always been an active guy. One day, I just didn't feel myself. It was my heart. I went to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Pocono. Turns out I had a serious blockage. And within an hour, I was in bypass surgery. My advice? Listen to your heart. If it wasn't for Lehigh Valley Heart Institute, I might not be here today.
You have one heart and one choice when it comes to the best heart care. The hospitals and heart specialists of the Lehigh Valley Heart Institute.
I survived thanks to the Lehigh Valley Heart Institute.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins. National currency. Fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Monday night, the Hazleton Heights Fire Company turned over a check to victims of a house fire that happened in West Hazleton. The check was in the amount of $3,590. That came from donations collected at a benefit that was held at Rocco's in the Heights. The victims lost just about everything in January's fire in West Hazleton. That fire in the borough is still under investigation. In 2 weeks, there will be a sea of green in downtown Wilkes-Barre for the 39th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Thousands of people are preparing to line the streets on Sunday, March 10th. WYLN is proud once again to bring you the parade live at 2 p.m. thanks to Service Electric Cable, TV, and Communications of Wilkes-Barre. You can join Paula Degnan and myself as we announce the parade and speak with those who are hanging out and watching the parade. Once again, the 39th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade will be happening next Sunday, March 10th, beginning at 2 p.m. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room